You still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see that you say. Oh, there it is. It's weird. How does it kind of hover with its mane pulled back?
Yay!
Yeah, it started you in a different one again.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why it did that. But I could hear myself before I muted it.
Well, it looks like we're just gonna do this then. Hey guys, this is a different room than we were in before. I'm sorry for all that stuff. OBS is giving us a little bit of problems.
I
Uh,
think it's YouTube.
it might have been YouTube, OBS, or something, but we're here now. My good friend Grievous isn't here yet. I hope he's gonna join us. Um, how do we sound? This is me, Killer Orange Cat, and I'm here with my sister, Evil Black Cat.
Hello.
We're the two weird people because uh, we named our channels at. Well, I don't know if Ichigo is your favorite cat, but he's more of your cat than he is mine anymore.
Right.
But Drew, Drew's always my cat, even though she's getting pissed at me because I'm not spending a lot of time with her. But yeah, we put our names backwards. But yeah, sorry for the late start. We were having problems and stuff. Which is weird because usually like my sister's really good at all that technical stuff. I usually always ask her for everything. Hey Bethany, Jane West says we sound great. Thank you. What up, KOC? Hey, well, the plan today, I was trying to do a video where we could sit here and talk about 1980s horror with my friend who goes by the name of Grievous. Um, I hope he's okay. I mean, I'm a little worried. He has. I really shouldn't talk about it, but he's diabetic, and I get worried about diabetics. It's really strange. I actually have tons of diabetic friends, and so I worry sometimes. But let me just say that you guys were all talking in the other stream, and then this started up, and it's my sister is friends with somebody who streams all the time, so she says she's gonna talk to them and
Yep.
talk to them. 1984, 1984. Now I don't know how many of you guys watch American Horror Story. I know my sister doesn't. But 1984 was I thought it was great. My good friend, Liquor Store Girl didn't really like it too much, but I hadn't watched American Horror Story since the fourth season. She got me into watching it again, and because of the Roanoke season, and oh my god, I was hypnotized in that. The only thing that I've liked a lot more, and I keep on like pushing my sister to watch it, was Fargo. The first season of Fargo, I'm just
I haven't
enamored
yet.
with it. Billy Bob Thornton in that show, he just steals the screen. It all just comes. It's hypnotic. So, um, I really, really, really liked it. And if you haven't seen it and you like that sort of thing, it's quirky. They say the number three. They say the number 613 a lot. I'm not really sure why. But yeah, Billy Bob Thornton. That performance just shattered me. It was wonderful. And I keep talking about it. I think my sister and my friends I talk to about it be like, "Shut up, talking about that all the time." But I just really, really liked it. Um, yeah, if my friend doesn't show up, I'm going to still want to do something with him. I thought he's really smart guy, and he probably wouldn't tell you that, but he's got great taste in uh, movies and stuff like that. He watches a lot of the old Japanese. I'm trying to remember the word. I think it's kaiju. Fictional monsters like Godzilla, um, Mothra. I know they've had different names. Kaiju, I think Daikaiju, Kaijin, Seijin, Kaiju Ki. Oh, Godzilla, wa, Tokyo.
Konohamaru is
Shoot,
staring into my soul.
I forgot the word. Ah, it's because I haven't been listening. I haven't been watching Japanese TV lately. I need to. I should do that every freaking day, and I pay for it too. So I should. But it's my my Japanese speaking has really suffered lately. Because I haven't been talking to anybody. I emailed my Japanese keyboard stopped working, and I had to send a message to my sensei because I missed her and stuff, and I had to do it in English. And I think she was just like, and she responded and said, "Oh, Jake-san, I'm so happy to hear from you, and tell your sister that I said hi." Because I was really disappointed when she dropped my class. But yeah, she was a nice letter, but I think she was
I
little.
forget what happened when I did
I think
that.
he just
Was
didn't
it
have
because I
enough
got sick?
time. It might have been, yeah. But
Because I really loved her class, and I hated what's her name, the other.
yeah, I don't remember that. See, but when I first took Japanese in Harper College, which is a wonderful community college, I'm more proud of my associate's degree that I got at Harper than I am of bachelor's, master's, PhD. It's that associate's degree that meant something really big to me. I remember when I graduated, I did it for my mom because when I graduated from high school, I was the only one of her three kids that graduated from high school. Sorry to reveal that.
I got a GED.
She got a GED, which is just as good. And
And well, the people were like, "Wow, did you just take this for the fun of it?" Because my scores were like amazing.
right.
I'm like, "No, I actually didn't finish high school."
Oh, hey, I got to say hey to Big Kev. I mentioned their kaiju movies. Grievous is awesome and a great writer. Grievous is amazing. Yeah, if he's not going to be able to make it for this, I'm going to ask him to do a video about kaiju. So, where's Harper College? It is in Palatine, Illinois. It is, if I'm not mistaken, it's consistently in the top 10 community college in the country. And I really I don't. Someone mentioned The Big Bang Theory earlier,
Hi.
and it really irritated me about the show that they always put down community college. Community
Right.
colleges are great if you go to a good one. And like I said I went to Harper when I graduated from high school. I didn't go to my graduation. I didn't care. And actually, a funny thing is, I didn't even pick up my diploma. My mom and my sister did. But I told my mom, I'm like, if you want me to go to the graduation, I'll do it. And she's like, no, it's up to you. It's up to you. And me being a stupid 18-year-old, I was like, okay, she doesn't care.
Oh yeah, that was like with me and the braces. I'm 12 years old, and she's like, "If you want braces, I'll get you braces." I don't want braces. I'm a 12-year-old. Now I'm like, I want braces.
Yeah, it was yeah. No, see, it's I. My mom does that a lot. She doesn't tell you what she wants. She kind of like leaves it up to you.
Right.
And oh, Bitty, good to see you. I'm behind. I'm getting behind on my Words with Friends. And again, if anybody here likes Words with Friends, please join and play me. I love it. I got like 30 games going on, but I haven't done a whole lot this week. I got to get back to it. It's like one of my favorite things to do. Bitty, is one of my favorite opponents. At one point, we had 12 games going on between the two of us. It just kept
Damn.
on. I don't know what it was doing, but it was great. If I'm missing people that are saying hi, I apologize. I am reading everything. Really happy to hear 28 people. I mean, but I have to go ahead and to talk about the topic ourselves, which is fine. I well, just to finish my story though, I went to community college. I went to I got my associate's honors degree. I was a trustee scholar, faculty scholar. a Phi Theta Kappa graduate, and I had a 4.0. Um, the the graduation was huge. It was in a theater because it was so big, and they got the cap of the gown and everything. And I didn't know you were supposed to move the tassel after you get your diploma.
Yeah,
That was
I
funny,
knew
but
that.
I didn't know that, and someone had to do it for me. And but I remember all the people, hundreds of people. I mean, it had to be a few hundred people that were graduating, and when they said 4.0 things, I stood up and the and the other girl beside me had an honors degree, and the other guy on the other side of me uh, didn't have any of those things, which is fine, But he's like, "Oh my God, you guys are making me look bad, getting all these good scores." And so I got to go up on the stage. Aren't I smarty pants? I love education. To tell you the truth, though, I'll let you guys know I didn't do grad in high school. I just didn't like it. Maybe it wasn't challenging enough. I don't know. I just didn't think it was important. I was in the drama club. I was gonna run away to Hollywood and become an actor. Um, as we know, I did get cast in a movie, but didn't do it because the movie never got made. Um, I think I mentioned that to you guys before. But yeah, getting up on that stage and having them announce all those things, I did it for my mom, so she could see a kid at a graduation.
She was happy about it.
Although I was very irritated, I was a little irritated at her when I graduated with my bachelor's, and she didn't come because she had to watch the store because Frank was going to go visit his kid and his grandchildren, and
Right,
that pissed me off. It's like he can do that anytime.
right.
Me graduating with a bachelor's happens once.
She hated that store so much.
Yeah, and well, it's just like, and I was mad. I mean, and I don't really get mad at mom. I got mad at
Hmm.
her when she sent us that letter about being disappointed in us. Yeah, she changed her tune when I responded to her. But my mom is a
Yeah,
great person. I mean, she really is. She will never think that, but she is a wonderful mom and a wonderful person. Any of you guys would love her. She's great. So I did that for her, and I was very, very dedicated to doing it. So I thought Killer Carson went to Harvard. Show off. That's actually a thing that happens a lot. And some Professor Kaplow. Love that little short Jewish woman. Smartest person I have ever met in my life. I mean, she should go on Jeopardy. I mean, Mrs. Kaplow would just destroy everybody.
absolutely.
But yeah, she's a wonderful person, great professor, and I have no idea what I'm talking about her right now. But the Harvard thing. In the beginning of her class, she always says, "Okay, first off, this is not Harvard. This is Harper," and because people do that. Or like I used to work for a company called Hewitt Associates. It was a consulting firm. My sister worked there for a while too. She didn't like it as
Hmm.
much as I did, but then again, she wasn't a supervisor.
It
So
would have been much better if I wasn't with Tim at the time because then I would have hung out with everybody after work.
yeah, yeah, Tim.
I went to the Cubby Bear one time out of all the times that I lived there. Everybody always went to the Cubby Bear on Thursdays,
Yeah,
and I only went once.
is it?
And I had to leave early because my boyfriend, who didn't have a job, and I had to go home. Anyway,
I remember when I went there to Cubby Bear for my birthday with people from work, and they tried to make that rule that you can't turn down a drink,
right.
but and you can't ask what it is. But she
Yeah.
got me a Red Bull with vodka in it. Now vodka's
Mhm.
fine. I think Red Bull is the nastiest tasting thing in the world. I said, I'm sorry, if it's Red Bull, I can't drink it. I drink Red Bull, I want to throw up. My brother, rest in peace. My brother loved energy drinks. Loved energy drinks. I he he probably shouldn't have drank as many as he did. Um,
Definitely after his heart attack.
yeah, I had. That was sad because he had it. It was an infarction, right? The
I
first
don't
one.
know.
Yeah, I think the first one was an infarction, and fortunately, um, nothing bad happened. He got a stint, didn't he?
Yeah.
But then he didn't take care of himself. I
No,
went
he
with
didn't
a. I
stick to
mean,
the diet.
I'm a walker. I can walk anywhere. So I was gonna have him walk to the UPS store and around. It's a big walk. He was several times at what this happened to my sister once too, but it was hot that day you went, where you had to rest. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
he was just looked like he was about to die, and he would always go to the store and buy like fried what is that fried deep fried liver or
Oh,
something,
chicken livers.
chicken
Oh.
livers and lots of Claire's gonna throw up. I apologize. Yeah, but
That's
yeah, it's
the thing about David is he was gonna do what he was gonna do, and he was gonna enjoy himself.
yeah. That's the thing. And that's the thing we all do. Yeah, took it real hard. As everybody knows it slowed down the progression of my channel. For about a year, I was doing very scant videos. My views have gone down and everything. I'm getting out of it, getting better, starting to write again. But it affected me a lot. But the thing is that he would be mad at me for being
Right.
upset because he knew he was going to die young. He,
Not a month before it happened, he told me he's like, "I'm not long for this world," and he
yeah.
said, "And when I die, you're not allowed to cry." And I told him, David, I can't promise you that.
Oh God. As mean as it was that thing that Jerry did, it did eventually get all the. It allowed me to have catharsis. It was
Yeah.
mean the way that he did it.
Oh yeah.
I can't even tell you guys what happened, but it's like he just verbally pounded me until I finally let all that emotion out. And I needed to let it out. Um,
Yeah, but he didn't
but
need to be a dick about it.
yeah, he was a total dick about it.
Especially when it at one point it wasn't even about that. It was about the fact that I was telling him to shut up.
Right.
And he was very much against me having any say in anything because it's your relationship. It's like, I don't care. He's my brother, you asshole.
It's
Because I came into the bedroom and he's like, you never come into the bedroom. It's like, yeah, well, my brother isn't usually having a panic attack either.
oh, you thought a panic attack is a fit? No, it's a panic attack.
Right.
Um, Having Jerry in the house, I let him come stay here because he had nowhere to go. Um, I don't regret it because we had some really fun times at times, but uh, I'll just tell you, like me and my sister, we don't argue about anything.
No.
We have differences, not a lot. I mean, we're a lot sort of the same, but we don't argue. I don't remember the last time you and I ever argued. I mean, it had to be like I would think it would have to be. I mean, a real argument, not me getting drunk and being weird. When we lived in Elgin, Elgin's something we really need to forget about, isn't it?
Even
Although
then, we
we had
didn't
fun.
fight.
Yeah, we had fun though. Even though it was dangerous, I'll let you guys know. When we lived in Elgin, I left school and because you guys know I left NIU and came back, but we were in Elgin. I was drinking a whole lot and taking a whole lot of Ambien, which was wrong. I mean, to put my sister through that, I can't get Ambien anymore. I actually requested my doctor uh, to put that in my file, my medical file, that um, I'm not to be prescribed Ambien by anybody because my sister could tell you horror stories about me
Hmm.
being on Ambien, or like the one time we went into the sushi station, the sushi restaurant that we really like, and I was wearing my Gaeta sandals. That was wrong. I don't remember.
Hmm.
I sort of remember being there. Um, we got the food for free, but
Yes, we did.
We had so much sushi. I mean, you didn't have any fish; you had veggie sushi and stuff, but we had
I want to go
so
back and
much.
have some actual sushi now.
Oh, we're going to the sushi station. If we got to save like money, save like a money account just to do that, we will. Or it's one thing I keep on thinking about going to the storage area and bringing all my stuff here, but we're still in the bit of a we don't know what we want to do. We don't want to be in Tennessee.
No, we
No,
don't.
we hate Tennessee. I'm sorry if anyone is Tennessee and loves it. It's just not for us. We're like big city Chicago people. We love Chicago. Even the burbs, the Northwest burbs is what we like the most. Um, God, we've been here for 6 years, and I still know that area like the back of my hand.
I know, me too.
I'd like to go. I mean, personally, I'd like to go back to Palatine.
Hi,
And
Konohamaru.
Tennessee is beautiful, actually. It's just
Can you get
not
close enough
me.
to the mic so they can hear you purr?
Who's that, Konamaru?
Yeah.
If you guys see the picture that we got up here, that's our in Nashville. I'm sorry, Jane. I'm sorry for anybody else who really likes Tennessee. Tennessee is not horrible. It's just not a match for me.
Hey,
Um,
Nashville would be a hell of a lot better than Paris.
yeah. Um, you can come to Ohio. I haven't been in Ohio since 1998. I think was the last time. Um, I was no. I think I was in Ohio. I think I went to a Harless reunion. Uh, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think I did that, and that was the first time. That was the first time I smoked any like weed with David. He kind of like was like you have to do it, first time I liked it. First time I loved it. After that, I'm like no. It's Paris is on its own deal. See, yeah. Again, like I said, people, if you're in Tennessee, I'm not bashing Tennessee. Um, it's just people fit in certain places, and I just don't fit here. And but I have good friends. The Flicker Store girl's still listening. Um, she works at the liquor store in town. Um, I get way too much brandy. I've been actually been doing it a lot lately, but she's a good friend. I bug her all the time. I'll go in there and talk to her and just talk to her for like an hour while she's supposed to be working. But we don't have friends here. Although I guess Wendell is our friend now, the guy that drove me to Casey's. He picked,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, he was nice, and we just sat there talking and stuff, and it was really funny too because he's super duper liberal, and it's like I keep as you guys know, I keep my politics to myself, um, and don't want anyone telling me what it's just not relevant. It's funny we've been talking for a while. We haven't talked at all about the horror yet,
Nope, not a damn thing.
but we will. We watch. We can probably consider ourselves experts on it because we have watched um, so much 80s horror. Do you got a logo for your channel? Are you talking to me or somebody else? I use it. I use the little. I use Ichigo inside that potato bin, and I've gotten some nasty comments from people about that. It's like, you're mean locking your cat inside a potato bin. He did it himself. And he did it himself. He got in there and got trapped in it. And I saw it, and I took my phone and I snapped a picture and let him back out. But every time you open that potato bin, he jumps in it. I don't know why, but he just loves jumping in it. And I just love the picture. I am asking you, Killer Orange Cat. Yeah, my logo I use is right there. If you look by name, Killer Orange Cat, you'll see everybody's favorite orange tabby inside a potato bin, and that's what I use. Um, it wasn't meant to be like that. I mean, when the Killer Orange Cat was sudden. It wasn't something I planned on. I was gonna come up with a creepier name. Hey Christine, and Claire, and Who the F Cares? I love that. I love that name. I love that name. Who the F Cares? Awesome. But yeah, you're related to Lizzie Borden. Wow. How? I'm interested in that. So I don't think she had kids, but maybe her siblings did. I don't really know.
Probably.
Um, I for one don't think Lizzie Borden did it. I
Yeah, I don't
mean,
think so either.
yeah, I don't think she did it. She's always gonna be stuck with that. But I don't think she did it. I mean, I read it's controversial actually. Um, when I tell people that, but I don't actually remember where the logo was a boob cat. Ninja sushi. Woo! Yeah, we remember that. My horrible drawing. That's why I don't do the art. Who's Lizzie Borden? Well,
Ooh,
some
boob
people
cat.
say that Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks or her father.
Yes.
A father?
I think it's both at some point,
Yeah,
so
it's
you could take
both.
it
But
both.
and then when she was done, she gave her father 41.
Something like that.
Hi, killer. Finally saying hi. I'm sorry, guys. It's going pretty quick. Well, Lizzie Borden was accused of murdering her mother and father with an axe. It was a big trial. At the time, it was like OJ type trial. It was huge, but she was acquitted. Um, and then it's controversial that some people think that she did it, and some people don't. I don't think she did. OJ, I think he did. I have no doubt in my mind that OJ did it. Although, oh god, this is controversial too. I kind of agree with the decision because the prosecution fucked up so bad. They did some stupid shit. And but yeah, he did it in my mind. You know what the most controversial one is? We'll get to the 80s horror, but let me talk about something. And you know, Christina, you can input more too if you want. I'm talking if I'm talking over you, you know, you can just like talk over me.
Konohamaru just reached his paw out and put it on my mouth like, no, shut up.
um, I am what you call a ripperologist. I love reading and studying Jack the Ripper. Then she became a lumberjack. I didn't know that. If that's true, I'm weird. Um, but um, I don't think there ever was a Jack the Ripper. And I just think what I think about it is that there's this area that was had all these prostitutes in it. It was known for murders. They have these five what they call canonical murders, but really when you look at them and you dissect it, it doesn't really make sense. I don't know why they added those murders together, but those that's not all. There were a lot more. Do I like Donald Trump? I don't talk about politics. Sorry.
I have
It's
a
too
cat paw on my nose.
politics is way too divisive right now, and I it, I'm sure there's people on my channel who like Donald Trump, and I'm sure there's people on my channel that don't like Donald Trump. But I can't. I'm not gonna come out with politics because if I do it, you're going to there's going to be a division. So that's why I keep my politics to myself. Um, so sorry about that. I can't answer questions like that. But I mean, your opinions, if you want to put them out there, I'm always happy to read them. But I can't talk about it myself. Who the f cares? Good. Thank you for not talking politics. I am very. To let you guys know, I am very political. But yeah, like Jane West said, not the time or place. But thank you for asking. But yeah, politics only divide people, and it's just getting worse. And it makes me very sad. And I don't know what's going to happen. It's kind of it's sad how divided people are, and I don't think it's going to get any better. I really don't. But
See,
anyhow, go
See
ahead.
Joe's sitting on the mantle looking at your door.
Some of the cats. I spend a lot of time in my room because I don't know. Maybe I'm lazy. Um, I moved my computer in here. It was supposed to be temporary, and then I kind of got stuck in it. But yeah,
That's a hard thing. Not. It's a hard thing to get out of.
yeah. When you get into your room, when you get into your room and you're comfortable, you get yourself a good space, and that's just what it is.
But Konohamaru just came over here and he's just lying on me. He's basically dead weight asleep, but he keeps reaching a paw out to my face.
But let me say, Scooby, Kelsey, do you like? Wait, Patsy Cline? Oh, I love Patsy Cline. Yeah. Um, I like a lot of old country music. Do you like any of the Revenge of the Nerds movies? The first, I
Yes.
love. Yeah, huh? Go ahead.
I said yes.
Yeah, I like the first one. The second one I like a little bit, but I do like the first Revenge of the Nerds movie. I love it that John Goodman was the bad guy. But the greatest thing, I love it at the end where the nerds go to the rally and they're gonna and John Goodman's character is gonna like beat him up or something, and the
Hmm.
Lambda guys come out and you get those what like 20 big huge muscular black guys and
Hmm.
hell the jocks back off and let the nerds speak, and it was the greatest thing. I mean, I loved it. Um, so yeah, I loved it too. But 80s horror movies. The 1980s got really interesting in horror because of VCRs. God, you remember all the movies we used to watch, mostly on payday.
Yep.
We grew up in a pretty poor family for a while. We got much better once we lived with our mom, but when we lived with our dad, we were very, very poor. Um, and he kind of had this stupid thing where he would overspend on the day that he got paid, though. And we would get pizza and chips, and some people would get a couple comedies, and then they go to sleep, and I'd stay up and watch horror. Freddy Krueger, I was obsessed with Freddy Krueger for a while. Um, they got me the worst Freddy Krueger glove ever. Do you remember that? It was just like a black glove
Yes.
with floppy fake blades on it. And they got it for me because it was like $2 and it was cheap. Like that's not a Freddy glove. That's not a Freddy glove. Um. Uh, Scooby. Sorry to hear about your aunt. Um.
Mm.
That's really sad. I mean, we know what me and my sister definitely know what loss feels like. So we're really sorry for that. I hope you're gonna do better. Revenge of the Nerds would never get made today. It is
That's
misogynistic.
true.
Oh, I can't argue with that, Original. You are right. You are really right. But it's a lot of things I realized. I don't know if anybody here reads Piers Anthony. We read him a lot when we were younger, and we didn't realize his books were very misogynistic,
Ouch! Ouch!
and,
Ouch!
and we didn't realize this at the time. And I mean, I haven't read a book. The last book of his I read the first two chapters of The Color of Her Panties, and that's when it's like this the Xanth thing. If anybody reads Xanth, the Xanth thing was good for like 9 books,
Right.
but as a kid, I don't think either of us realized it was misogynistic. But as we a chameleon is very misogynistic. I mean,
Mhm.
her depiction, and it's like he really really comes down on women for their menstrual cycles.
A lot.
Yeah, and it's like shut up. But yeah, so
You
I
can't
saw
lie there right now.
even though I read a spell for chameleon like 5 times, and
I know. So have I.
yeah, and I don't think I could do it now because I realized what it was
Yeah.
really doing.
You can't
Slumber
lie on me
Reads. Hey,
there.
everybody. Say hi to Slumber Reads. Great crack.
Hello.
Oh, Pumpkinhead. Yes. Um.
Don't you bite me, young
Hey,
lady.
Chris. Christina, have you ever seen Pumpkinhead?
I think so, but it was a long time ago.
You're a little staticky.
Am I? No, Althea keeps trying to lie on my chest.
Maybe you might want to move your mic away a little bit. Do
Better?
you, do you have the little fluffy thing on it or no?
No, it fell off.
Yes, so did mine. That's okay. Do I sound like that at all, or?
No, you sound fine.
Okay. Yeah, you're coming a little, but it's okay. Pumpkinhead, yeah, Pumpkinhead. That actually scared me when I saw it. But it was so good. I mean, I'll still watch it today. And what's his name? Oh crap! I always forget his name. Uh, wait, it was Lance Hendrickson, right?
I have no idea.
I- the guy who was from Millennia. The really bad. I don't know if you like the show or not. I know you were big into the X Files. Um, I,
Oh, I think I remember what you're talking about, but I still don't know for
I meet
sure.
Lance
You know,
Hendrickson, who was in Pumpkinhead. Yeah. Um,
I'm bad with people.
yeah, they did. What's his name? Chris Carter did another show, but with Lance Hendrickson. But it only lasted for like 2 seasons. Thank you, KOC, as the real one. Though, thank you, Slumber Reeds. I'm happy to see you. I I love you. You're great. It's wonderful. Yeah, Pumpkinhead. It's the revenge sort of thing that goes on in that. But not only that, what's good about Pumpkinhead is how the man who summoned him okay. Oh, Rosie says on her list. I won't give it away then. Um, okay, I won't talk
You
about it.
can't lie on my
But
chest.
watch
No.
it, and the ending of Pumpkinhead is wonderful. Uh oh.
I loved the Howling when I was younger.
Yep. It's the moment I saw that, I was like, Christina's gonna talk about that one, which you can.
I honestly don't remember a lot. I should probably watch it again.
Yeah,
It's been a
it's
very long time.
exactly, and it's a good movie. And my oh, what I meant to say about it, if you've seen one of what I consider the greatest werewolf movie of all time, is absolutely American Werewolf in London.
Oh, well, yeah.
The guy who won an Oscar actually for the makeup for the werewolf change also did the werewolf change in the Howling. There's a I remember watching a video about it. It was very they really went into uh, something about him, a rivalry or something. But yeah, he did both werewolf changes, so those were good. But American Werewolf in London, oh god. Um,
Okay, well, I can't keep Althea off my chest, so hopefully you can still hear me.
well, I can hear you. Oh,
Okay.
you know what always got me? In the American Werewolf in London, besides what's his name went around naked and uh,
The dream always got me.
the dream, yeah, where you see where he looks normal, all of a sudden his face goes like monster. It's just not a
Mm-hmm.
werewolf thing. Oh wait, no, the soldiers.
Right.
Um, sometimes I think you guys might have done this too. If you've been sick, you have weird dreams sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when he's dreaming about that his family watching the Muppet Show, yeah, those like monster soldiers come in. That scene was directed so well because
It was.
it made me feel like I remember being really sick several times as a kid. I got the flu really bad, um, and that was like my dreams were. They were disturbing and weird like that. Always great to see General Zod. I'll make sure Superman's not here, so you'll be fine. Um,
Konohamaru is still staring into my soul. That picture.
uh, I do have to make ooh werewolves of London. Um, you know what I'll do for you guys? Not now because I have to practice a little bit. That's one of the songs on the guitar I can play perfectly. Um, so how about that? I'll practice that, and maybe in a stream or two in the future, I'll play Werewolves of London for you guys. It's also one of the songs I do in karaoke. I can't sing, but I'm one of those people that can't sing but enjoys it. The bowling alley. Oh, I'm sorry I made you kiss that guy that one time. That was you remember
Wait,
that?
what?
The guy that was buying us drinks at the bowling alley at the
I
karaoke.
remember that one guy who was hanging all over me, and finally you were just like, "No, go away."
Oh, well, one guy you gave a kiss to is an older guy who was buying us drinks.
It
You just
might have been him that you just kind of eventually were like, "Yeah, he's taken this too far. Let's go away now," which was a very good Big Brother thing to do
yeah. I don't do a
because
lot
I had
of.
had a few too many.
I did a lot of good. Big, you know, I realize I'm the oldest grandchild now.
Hey, you are.
Out of all what 15 of us,
Hmm.
uh, I'm the oldest now, and I'm not trying to tell you how old I am. You know, I've been 18 for a long time. But the Hitcher. Christine, have you seen the Hitcher?
I think that was another one I saw when I was younger.
Ooh, God, that movie. I know. I remember Roger. I like Roger Ebert. He was totally disgusted by the Hitcher, but we were exposed to horror movies before we should have been.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, my dad would watch them, get drunk, and just sit there and have horror movies on. We watch, and The Hitcher was one of them. And I kind of related to it because we were we. No, actually, he was in the Navy then, so we weren't really doing bad as far as like money goes. But the
Yeah, we were doing fine when he was in the Navy.
um fine for like having food and stuff.
Right.
As
And of
far as
course, we had like a gazillion different quote unquote babysitters that we lived with while he
oh my
was
god.
out to sea.
And Elaine, when he fired her, he put a note under the door.
Yeah, what a chicken shit.
Yeah, it's like, uh, she was horrible. I mean that woman was awful. She I once played with one of my brother's toys, and she took a belt and belted my hands for doing it. Then she decided that she had the right to throw away my toys. She threw. I had tons of like Transformers and GoBots. One fell on the floor and she stepped on it, so she got mad and threw them all away. And I got mad and I said something about my He-Man toys belonging to you. And then I said,
Hmm.
no, they're. She said, then you can't play with them anymore. I said, well, they're mine. She's like, okay, you lied. So she went and she got a trash bag and right in front of me threw every one of my He-Man toys
I remember that.
in the trash bag. And my freaking father did nothing.
I also remember when she got mad at us for making too much noise in the morning getting ready for school, so
Yeah.
she duct taped our mouths shut and made us sit there and look at our food.
Yep.
And she
Um.
made us milk with the spoil. She made us oatmeal with spoiled milk, and I ended up throwing up at school and having to go home.
Yep. And that peppermint tea.
Oh God, that peppermint tea.
We were sick. We were sick. I mean, really, really sick. And that's when we. That's when we saw. That's when we saw. The Hitcher actually. Yeah. C. Thomas Howe. I loved it when he finally was really going mad in that one. Ninja Sushi. I love that name. Um. But yeah. I mean, that woman was extremely abusive. I could tell you right now, and she'd be really old, but if I ever saw her, I'd have put my foot so far up her fucking ass. And I'm not a violent person, but what she did to us, and but then my dad, well, we had one good one that Lee, her name was Lee.
Yeah,
We had her she was our babysitter for like a week, and
we loved Lee. She was great.
and then my
But she
dad
was
came
also
on to
very
her.
pretty.
Yep, and my dad
Yep.
came on to her, so she quit. Good thing is she didn't tell us that. She told us that
No,
it was,
she didn't.
and we found out later it was she was pregnant, right?
Yes.
Yes, and she said it was something about the baby, but yeah, we had a lot of bad babysitters. There are some things I'm not going to tell, and Christine might not even
No.
remember about living with we lived with a woman named Molly Marshall for a while.
I
Um,
remember some stuff, and I did not like that. I hate that woman.
yeah. Um, who? I don't know if I can tell you guys what she did to me, and she probably doesn't remember, but it
Vague
was
memories of some of it.
it was it was humiliating.
But I
She
remember not wanting to eat the black-eyed peas, and she like went somewhere, and you and what's her name told me to just throw them out and hide them in the garbage. And then when she came home, she found them, and she like made me stand in the corner and swatted me with fly swatter.
Yep. I will tell you guys a little bit of it, but not a lot. Oh God.
I
Again,
will tell you
abuse.
guys,
It's called
if you
diaper
ever,
punishment.
if any of you have children, be very, very specific and careful about who you leave them with,
Right.
please.
And don't use diaper punishment on them.
No,
It's
no, that is stupid.
that is. I had to go through that, and I'm not going to tell you all the stuff she did to me when she did that. I mean, it's humiliating, and uh, it was with younger kids sitting there making fun of me and stuff. So
Yeah, Razor, to this day, I have not touched black eyed peas since that day.
mhm.
I have no idea if I like them or not.
we can't eat sauerkraut anymore either because that
Nope.
disgusting stuff Eileen made. And I used to love sauerkraut.
In fact, Mom was making Reubens like right before we moved down here,
Yeah.
and I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and try the sauerkraut because I tried onions, and I was like, oh hey, I don't hate these anymore. So I was like, well, maybe it's the same with sauerkraut. So I tried it. Nope, couldn't stand it.
Mm.
Our stepmother made sauerkraut and made it wrong
And it
and made her hate it.
stunk the entire house. 2-story, 5-bedroom house. It stunk for like a week. It was nasty.
Ugh.
Um, Salem's Lot. Oh, Fright Night. Yeah, let's talk about Fright Night a little bit. Sorry, we're talking about all the abusive things that happened. We're better now, so there's a little animosity, but yeah, um, good ideas. Always have good babysitters. Don't do diaper punishment. It'll screw your kids up forever. Trust me, I'm screwed up forever. So if you want to make fun of me and said, "Oh, when KOC was 11 years old, some woman used diaper punishment on him," you can tease me about it. I won't say anything. But yeah, don't do it. Okay, back to movies though. Back to movies. Fright Night. Ah, Fright Night is so awesome. You've seen that, right? Welcome to
Yeah,
Fright
but
Night.
again,
Wait, what about the remake? Did you guys like the remake? I liked David Tennant in it. But David Tennant's like good in everything.
yes, yes, he is.
What is that movie that? Remember that movie with David Tennant I had you watch? What was that called?
The Bad Samaritan.
The Bad Samaritan. It's not an '80s movie, but if you want to watch a really good suspenseful slash horror, um, yeah, um, The Good Samaritan is good.
Very good.
Look,
Yep, Silver
Christina.
Bullet. Yep,
Yep.
I know. We had the graphic novel. I used to draw pictures out of it.
Mm.
I think it freaked Mom out because one of the pictures was the cop getting his face ripped off.
All remakes are bad. Um,
That's not necessarily
I'm
true.
not gonna say that actually. Most of them are, but give me a second. Cause wasn't there one that just recently happened that I thought was brilliant? I'm sorry,
Here.
guys. My memory is like. No, there was oh, Child's Play.
Oh God, yes, that was great. And I mean, it was so much different than the original, but updating it for this for now, they did a perfect job of it.
Mm-hmm. Mark Hamill. I mean, Mark Hamill. I'll watch Mark Hamill uh, clean out his kitchen. I just love him, and he was perfect as Chucky. There was that one time as Chucky. I don't know if you noticed it in the movie. He did a. Oh, my brain is going again. I don't know, guys. My memory is it's. You guys know I take a gabapentin for seizures. Um, when I take it, sometimes my memory just like My memory
It
just like
does that.
blacks out.
I forget how to type sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, not really, like, I have to think really hard about how to spell. It's really weird. I take it from migraines.
Brad Dourif. Here, I think. Yeah, Brad Dourif, who did the voice of the original, Chucky, and he was great. Brad Dourif was great in One Flew Over the Cuckoo. Brad Dourif was great in everything. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He had a good role on Star Trek Voyager, even though I don't like Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah, I tried watching it, and not too long after 7 of 9 shows up, I just trailed off and got bored. I'm like, this is tedious. I can't stand watching it anymore.
What was the X Files episode that Brad Dourif was in? The Silence of the Lambs one.
Huh?
Neurotin is what we take it generic, of course, but yeah, Neurotin. Yeah, with the guy Brad Dourif was in it. He was a prisoner who was on death row, who thought he
Oh,
and
oh
what's it?
God, it's Fudgesicles. I should know this.
Yeah,
It's
gabapentin is not
damn it.
selective in what it relaxes. That's true. I have to take the pills, one pill 3 times during the day, and I did have to take one. Time was right around the time that we started the stream, and for like an hour or two after I take it, my memory, specific little memories, just go away. It's weird, but it doesn't affect me in a bad way. And stuff, and oh, that's a question I want to answer. Claire Strange. It's not an 80's movie, but hey, we'll do what we
Yeah,
want.
go ahead. Well, I'm looking up the X Files episode because it's right there and it's not coming to me. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah, you have to find it, because we don't figure the name. It's driving me crazy too. Okay, The Conjuring. There is this. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it, but there's this really good short, like 5 episode miniseries on Netflix called The Typewriter, which I thought was brilliant. My sister figured it out quicker than I did, but it's about these girls, this girl, and these boys who believe in ghosts and stuff, and the girl's talking to a guy and talking about how brave she is, and she's like, "I watched the entire Conjuring without getting scared," and the guy responds to her, "The Conjuring, that's not scary. It's just fake bullshit. This is real." Um, I agree with him. I'm sorry, I might piss some people off right here. Please don't get pissed off. I mean, we all have our opinions. I hate Ed and Lorraine Warren. They're con art. They were. I mean, I should. People say you shouldn't talk about the dead, but hey, we talk about Hitler and combat all the time. You know, let's talk about the dead. I hate Ed and Lorraine Warren. When you watch the Conjuring movies, you're not seeing Ed and Lorraine Warren. That's not them. You're seeing two characters completely different than them using their names. There's so much proof out there that they're con artists. Like for example, I really made, yeah, I know they're both dead, and I'm sorry, but I still don't like them. I don't like what they did. They were liars. There's a letter from what's his name, Ratzinger, who became Benedict XVI, the Pope Emeritus right now. Now he was in charge of things like exorcism, and he put out a declaration in 1984 that nobody can, if they're not a priest, perform an exorcism. And Ed Waring always claimed that he was the only layperson, as he called it, that was allowed to do exorcisms. Sorry, bullshit. He was a con artist. He buys a Raggedy Ann doll, puts it inside of a museum, and tells people, "Ooh, this is Annabelle." It's so. What did they lie about? Just came in the stream to check up on things. Okay, let me tell you a couple things that they lied about. There was this guy, and I forget his name, who was really, really, really big fans of the Warrens, and he wanted to write a book, for them. So he goes there and he's listening to the stories the people are telling about the haunting, and he's really confused. So he goes up to Ed and says, "I don't know what's going on. They're not really telling me something scary." And Ed Warren says, "Oh, they're just fucking crazy." He's like, he's like, "You just write whatever you want, make it up, and that's how we'll make lots of money." So he lied about that. He lied about being an exorcist. He was not an exorcist. There's no freaking such thing as a demonologist. I mean, he makes up that word. Um, uh, I don't know, but one of my heroes is James Randi, and he challenged Lorraine Warren to take the $1 million challenge, where if you can prove you're psychic or have powers like that, you win $1 million. Yeah, they lied about the Amityville horror. They made up stuff that nobody else was able to corroborate.
Dolls and clowns creep me out too. So do mannequins. In fact, the movie Mannequin, even though it's a comedy, freaked me out. Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. There was Ed Warren told a story about a guy who was in the museum who mocked Annabelle, and he drove away on a motorcycle, and while he was driving away, the motorcycle crashed and he died. There was no record at all, a police record, medical records, anything like that happening in the area that he was in. He lied. He was a liar.
Right.
And see, it's there were so many people who go out there and they try to, to find ghosts. They try to prove psychic powers. Now, uh, but so many of them are honest. This is something they really believe in. The Warrens didn't, and it really kills me that people like them because they watch the Conjuring movies and they think, "Hey, that's Ed and Lorraine Warren." No, they were nothing like that. When
Mm-hmm.
when there was a friend of mine was at a lecture with Lorraine Warren, and he said to her, "Hey, James Randi challenged you to do the $1 million challenge. Why don't you do it?" Her answer was, "Oh, I don't want to do anything an atheist wants me to do." What kind of answer is that? Um, no, I'm not going to say that there's not psychic powers. I'm not going to say there's not. I'm just saying that nobody, in my view, has. I've seen things happen, and I have. I had a tarot reading in in Florida. This guy was not vague. Everything he said was specific, and every single thing he said happened within 2 weeks. I've seen ghosts. I've known things that happened before they happened. So I'm not saying psychic powers are not real.
If Frank dies in 2 years, then we're freaking weird because I had a dream the other night that he told me he was going to die in 2 years.
Oh
Just
God.
remember that. I did not tell Mom that.
I hope he doesn't at this point.
I hope he doesn't too.
I was mad at
It
him
was
for so
weird.
long. Yeah.
And the really weird part is when he told me, it's like he was saying it like, yeah, you guys will be happy. It's like, no, we won't.
No, I mean, me and my stepdad held a grudge for like 6 years, and it took my brother passing away for us to make up. But the thing is we're both stubborn, and the way he talked to me, he's lucky I didn't beat the crap out of him. Because you remember, we got into a big fight. I went into my sister's bedroom and like I curled up into a ball and kind of rolled. It's like it's kind of and I think I told you I wanted to kill him. It's
Yeah.
like I got to sit here. I got to relax. I don't like people when they raise their voice to me. Anybody. I don't do it to them. If I raise my voice, I talk over my sister while we're doing this thing, but that's not the same thing. And like when Jerry was here, he would raise his voice to me, and I always said to him, I do some things for you that you don't. He doesn't like when people say yeah, yep, or sure. And I say sure all the time, and I stopped saying sure because it bothered him.
I said yep just to
Yeah.
piss him off.
And I asked him, the one thing I asked him, do not raise your voice to me. I don't like it. And he would do it on purpose to aggravate the hell out of me. Oh, mommy dearest, oh God.
No more wire hangers.
More wire hangers. I know it wasn't supposed to be a horror movie, but it was. Um, Somebody also mentioned Evil Dead 2 earlier, and I didn't get around because I'm babbling. Um, uh, that is my favorite horror movie, or actually, it might be my favorite movie altogether. I mean, number one, you have the great Bruce Campbell. Um, uh, gee, I've always said Jack Nicholson is my favorite actor, but if he wasn't, it would be Bruce Campbell. Oh God, I love
Oh
him.
God, I love him.
We watched the Ash vs. Evil Dead series. We saw every episode when it aired. We loved it. Very sad that it got canceled. It had a good ending though.
It did. I think he did a very good job with the ending.
And let me think a little bit more here, guys. It's so that was great. But Evil Dead 2, it's so
Ah, the
surreal.
Lost Boys. Every sleepover that I ever went to as a teenage girl, they had to watch the Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys. Yeah, Lost Boys was great too. I liked it. I like how The Simpsons did a
Oh
Lost
yeah,
Boys
they did a
thing
great job.
in the vampire thing when uh
If you say you're a vampire, you get a free small soda at the movies.
yeah, The Lost Boys is great. Um I always liked Corey Feldman. He was really good in Friday the 13th Part 4, which I think most people who like Friday the 13th movies agree that that's the best one they ever made. Um,
I just watched Nightmare on Elm Street like for the first time in like 20 years.
the first one.
Uh, Around Halloween, yeah. And I think I had forgotten for a very long time that it ended in that dream state.
Well, one thing is I gotta say is I'm sorry I was really moody and I didn't get to do my Halloween thing like I usually do, but because someone was talking about John Carpenter's Halloween, which is technically a '70s movie, but usually I watch Halloween every Halloween.
Hmm.
But this Halloween, I just wasn't pleasant to be around. I was depressed, and I kind of just like,
I watched all kinds of scary movies on my own, so that's okay.
yeah, I should have, and I did get the Hershey's miniatures though.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
everyone
Always get
does.
Hershey's miniatures. Actually, I
And
think you
popcorn.
didn't. Mom get them for me.
I think so,
Yeah, yes,
because
they
I
wanted me.
pointed out that you would need them.
Yeah, they wanted me to do my regular thing, and I did it a little bit, but I think if I remember correctly, I worked most of it making a video on Halloween.
Probably, I
Yeah.
think so. But yeah, I was watching all kinds of movies out here, so I had a good time anyway.
Let's see. Well,
I'm
Jaws.
sorry if I keep yawning at you guys. I hear that. I don't know why I keep doing that.
When I finally saw Jaws, I was like, why the hell hadn't you watched this movie before? I don't like water. You're not gonna get me. I mean, and we used to go in the ocean. I don't like being wet. Um, I'm
I love
scared.
the water.
Yeah, she does. I like looking at the ocean. I love the smell of seawater, ocean water. I love that salty smell, and I love looking at it. I don't like being in it. I hate boats. My dad was in the Navy, and I've been on a lot of ships and stuff, and
God, those were scary.
the USS Kitty Hawk. Got to sit in the admiral's chair actually. Um, but is Jaws considered horror? I guess. I mean, I consider it horror. But
It's
hey,
supposed. Yeah.
yeah. Um,
I bet you think it's horror if you're one of those people who watches it at the the outdoor theater with the pool.
Ooh.
I would like to do that. You sit in big inner tubes and you watch Jaws. I think that's cool.
Ninja Sushi feels like I do about the ocean. That's cool. KFC doesn't shower. You heard it there first. No, I shower. I shower very, very quickly though. I get in the shower. I soak myself up really, really quickly. Get everything done. Um, Probably about 5 minutes.
Yeah, none of those long hot showers like I like.
Yeah, she likes the long hot showers. I like the really quick showers. Get out really quick and don't think about it anymore. It's yeah. I do shower. um, Especially because I work out too. When you work out, you get all sweaty. The best thing in the world is to take a shower. I have to when I go to the gym. I have to take an extra shirt because my cardio. I do 45 minutes of cardio, and when I do that, of course I get sweaty. My shirt is so sweaty. I have to go change it so I could come back out and lift weights.
I like that the Jaws poster above the toilet. You
Yeah.
know what scared me as a kid? It's
Like,
really stupid. In Porky's with the snake,
oh yeah, the snake in
I
the.
was always afraid that some snake was gonna come out of the toilet and bite me.
You know,
Talk about being way too young to see a movie.
oh my God, I was like 9 and you were like 4.
I
The
know.
first time we watched Porky's, and I am not kidding. Um,
Thankfully, a lot of the stuff went over my head, but it was
Mrs.
still too much.
Balbreaker. Mrs. Balbreaker was great.
Right?
Oh, she was really the only good part of the movie. Um, it's a, but yeah, yeah, it's kind of funny. We watched. Uh, oh, Scooby going away. I can't see everything. But if you are, oh, everyone have a long weekend. Okay, Scooby, love ya. Again, sorry about what happened. Always glad you're here. Thanks for hanging out with us. Someone downvoted us.
It always happens eventually.
Well, nah.
Maybe it's a downvoting bot.
Oh, there you go.
There are dislike bots.
Oh, there are
They
people who
find
don't like
anything
me.
live. They find anything live and they dislike.
And I don't think he's here, but there was a guy, John Sprung, I think his name is, who hadn't
Mm.
listened to my videos in a long time, and then he came. I don't know if he came back in the stream. He came back to watch one of my videos, and he posted this long thing about how he thought I was arrogant and talking down to people. And I sent him a message saying I'm sorry if I gave him that impression. I don't think I'm arrogant about a few things, but it's like I'm arrogant about my looks, and that's really it. Um, but I apologized and said I'm sorry if I came across that way, and he accepted my apology. Then he started watching all my videos and posting great, nice comments on them. But I didn't think about it until today. But he was right. Not on my channel. Asherella likes me. Well, I love you too. Um, you remember what I was doing for a long time when people were putting mean comments? I would respond with a mean comment back to them,
Right.
and copy and paste it and put it on Twitter. So that might have been what turned him off. A few
That
people,
could be.
yeah, a few people really hated me when I was doing that, and I still occasionally do it. But someone's being mean to me, so I'm being mean back to them. I don't, but I really, really thought about it, and he was kind of right, and I apologized, and he's been watching my videos now, which I think is pretty awesome. Gonna give me really nice comments, but yeah, I did have a few people who left, because they said you act so nice on your channel, but you're so mean on Twitter. It's like I'm really not, but occasionally, yeah, I really shouldn't be posting stuff like that. But whatever. I'm not going to sleep over it now. But
Hey,
okay,
gassy old cat, go lie down over there.
Christina's got a gassy cat.
Ah.
I didn't watch the John Carpenter's thing until maybe about
Well, she's ancient. It's bound to happen.
Sophia.
Mhm.
It's about 5 years ago when I finally watched the thing. That was really good. You're getting a lot of breathing from you there. You
Sorry,
okay?
I'm just trying to get situated. I had to move out the air off my chest.
I'm gonna have to call you Darth Christina. But yeah, the thing was good. I remember it got slammed when it came out. People hated it, but then it became a classic, and then I decided to watch it. And I'm not really into that kind of horror, but and then let's talk about this. Actually, damn it, another reason why I wish Grievous would be here, because this would be like his thing. Um,
Mhm.
David Cronenberg. Uh,
Ah.
I got obsessed with David Cronenberg a little while ago, and it was I watched almost all of his movies. I watched The Fly again, which I hated when I first saw it, but then I was young. But when I watched The Fly, I realized, damn, this is a good movie.
Mhm.
It's a great psychological profile um, of this guy's descent into madness.
Yeah, I
As
remember it freaking me out as a kid.
Yeah, no, it was freaky. It was freaky. Um, but yeah,
Can you
Scanners.
imagine?
Have you ever seen Scanners?
Uh, I
That
only know.
that's an intense movie about people they call scanners who have this ability to hurt people with their minds and stuff.
Mhm.
Um, and it's good. It's really, really, really good. But the one that I like, I think if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It totally bombed when it came out. Videodrome. Um,
Mm.
Videodrome is such a good film, and I would say anybody who has not seen it and likes it's intense in parts, but it is a good film. And again, it's a movie that came out and it did awful when it came out, really really awful. But it has James Woods is in it. It's directed by David Cronenberg. The poster, first it controls your mind, then it destroys your body. It's a cult classic now. It's weird, and it's hard to really figure out what's going on. But I I think it's brilliant. So if you haven't seen Videodrome, I 100% recommend it. Maybe not.
Little Shop
Maybe
of Horrors.
huh?
Little Shop of Horrors freaked me out when I was a kid.
Those type of horrors, really?
Yeah, I still don't really like it.
Claire Strange, please don't judge me, but I'm not the one who watches horror movies as much as y'all. Well, sorry about that. We haven't done it a whole lot. I mean, horror. We've done so many. Uh, YouTube, I think, has kind of captured horror better for me now. I love being part of the horror community. Um, Vina, hi everyone. It's been a long time, KOC Subber. Yes, some of you guys have been with me for so long, and we love it. But okay, got a couple. I see a couple movies people mentioned, which I'll get to. Yeah. What was I just talking about?
I don't know because I interrupted you. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
but anyhow, if you haven't seen Videodrome, watch Videodrome. It is brilliant. Okay, let's see what we got here. People, Iseum House. Okay. A Creepshow. Yes, I love Creepshow. Creepshow is one of. It's just brilliant. Um, the uh,
Oh my god, the stuff.
the stuff. Oh God. Um,
I remember that actually freaked me out a bit when I was a kid. I was really young when I saw that.
right.
I've seen it since actually. It's
Big
absolutely
Kev, the stuff. Weird movie, but a
creepy.
good cast. Yeah, when you get into the weirdness, it's pretty good. But yeah, I love Creepshow. I had the honor of meeting Tom Savini once at Harper College. He did a lecture, and we got to talk to him after the lecture. The lecture was great because it was supposed to be an hour. It went on for 3 hours. The teachers kept on trying to stop him. He's like, "No, I'm gonna ask my question. You don't tell Tom Savini to stop." And he was so freaking cool. And the greatest thing, he had Fluffy there. If you guys know who Fluffy is, from Creepshow, and Fluffy is the monster that's inside the crate. The crate. Oh my god, that section of Creepshow, absolutely freaking brilliant. Scared. Excuse my language. Scared the living fuck out of me. You remember that one?
I
Do you
don't.
remember? Huh? You remember that
I
one?
don't.
Not, no,
No.
no. You should watch it again if you haven't seen Creepshow. It was intense as a kid, but now older, it's good. I love anthology horror, anyways. Anthology horror is great. Um,
What was the one with the zombies that said, "What difference does it make?"
oh, what was that? We did that so much.
What difference does it make?
We'll find out that we were we were so young when we saw that. Yeah, they became zombies and they started wearing turtlenecks, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hysterical. It was called hysterical. And whenever a person became a zombie in the movie Hysterical, that for some strange reason they started wearing automatically turtlenecks, and the only thing they'd say to everybody is, "What difference does it make?" It was weird, but it was enjoyable. If you want to watch something really really bad, that would work. Um,
Right.
Somebody mentioned House on Haunted Hill. I wanted to mention that now. Uh, neither of them in the 80s. I love both of them. I love the original. I don't think Christina likes the remake, but I loved the remake, and mostly because of what's his name, Jeffrey Rush,
Wait, the remake of what?
House on Haunted Hill.
Oh
Didn't
no.
you and Mom went with me to see it, right?
Yeah, I could. It made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah. But see, I liked it because of Jeffrey Rush. I can watch Jeffrey Rush in anything.
Plus, wasn't the opening sequence a whole bunch of stuff about an asylum?
Yeah, it's an asylum. She doesn't like
Yeah,
asylums, although
I can't take
oh,
that.
you're going to Waverly Hills someday, though.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. I just feel really bad for people who had to be in those places. So
Right.
that kind of thing just bugs me.
Well, I mean, supposedly some really horrible stuff happened at Waverly Hills, but it really wasn't an asylum. It was a
No, it was a
tuberculosis
tuberculosis place.
hospital. But started calling it an asylum. And,
I'm really kind of freaked out about the idea of boarding Buffy to go there, though.
well, we'll figure it out. Too bad.
It's just
We
because
should
she's never been boarded before.
see if we can bring her there.
That would be great.
They had a cat there. Someone had a cat there. God, I mean, we have so many freaking cats. April Fool's was good. Oh, have you seen that, Christina?
I don't think so.
Has the best twist ending. I loved it so much. But yeah, April Fool's is great. If you haven't seen that, it's really a big. It should be a movie, of course, but it's fun. Like everybody likes the crate there. It's great. I'm glad they're mentioning that. I need to go up. Oh, Asherella asked me a question. Did you watch the movie Monster Squad as a kid? Oh yeah, we did. I don't know if I remember much about it. Do you?
I don't think I do.
But yeah, we did watch it. It's actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's on Netflix now or Hulu. I consider watching it every now and then. Maybe I'll watch it and talk to you guys about it. A big Kev, you can't go wrong with Stephen King and George Romero working together. That's true. Um, I'm more of a fan of Stephen King's early work. I mean, Christina will tell you. As a kid, I was obsessed with Stephen King.
Hmm.
Um, he, I think the last full book I read of his was Insomnia. Um,
Oh, I never made it through that one.
I read it on the bus. I mean, me and John would be going to work at that sub sandwich place. I wanted
Hmm.
something to do, and it was 45-minute bus rides. I read the entire book on the bus rides, but his later work, he doesn't edit himself. He doesn't plan the books out. First off, a good writer plans their books out. We
Hmm.
just watched a few weeks ago. We watched Little Women, the movie, and Joe was planning the book out. She was putting the
Mhm.
pages out, putting the book in order. She Stephen King doesn't do that. He just sits down and writes. And he really hates outlining. But I would think like if he would do outlining, he would be able to control his. He even admits this. He calls it elephantitis of the typewriter, where he just writes and writes and writes and writes. And his later books, they're just so random, and he just goes off and starts talking about the weirdest thing. Um, if any of you have read the book or seen the movie Wonder Boys, um, it was a book. It's my favorite movie. Michael Chabon stars Michael Douglas and Tobey Maguire. But Michael Chabon was writing it because he was given a foreword on a book called I think it's called Fountain City, and he couldn't stop writing it. He got it to like 3,000 pages, and he's like, I can't do this and stuff. So instead, he wrote Wonder Boys, and Wonder Boys is mainly about him in his book where he's writing and he just can't finish it. And when someone reads the book, this girl that he lives with him, rents a room from him, she tells him, you know, there's such detail what you do. You go into the genealogy of horses and dental records and stuff. And she said, in class you tell us that writers make choices. And your book reads like you didn't make any choices. That's what Stephen King got you. He doesn't make choices anymore. He just puts everything in it. And I'll read his early stuff. Christina likes the Shining book. I hated it.
It's the only
um,
one I ever finished, but
yeah,
I finished it because I was scared.
right. But yeah, I mean, I've read a lot of his work. The Dark Half, Misery. I think his best book is Pet Cemetery. Actually, I know he hates it, but I think Pet Cemetery was a masterpiece. Um, I think you might even remember when I was reading. I'm just sitting there. I can't put this book down. It's like
Mhm.
they called it a white knuckle read. It was because I was holding the book the other day. It's like what's gonna happen next? But Pet Cemetery, uh, Night Shift. I do like his short stories. Here There Be Tigers. That was great. But yeah, he just got too long winded in his later work. But his early stuff, great. I love his early work. I might actually read Doctor Sleep though. Tommyknockers. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I hated Tommyknockers. My mom got migraines reading it.
Mm.
I got through it though. I got through it, but I will never read that again. I don't know what in the weirdest ending and stuff. Like what is the name of the movie where the high school kid dives into the pool in the freaking dark and the light comes on as he's diving and sees there's no water in the pool? Huh. That sounds familiar. Oh,
I
huh?
I was gonna say I have no idea.
Racer X. Put my the eyes of the dragon. That was the second Stephen King book I ever read. The first one was the second Dark Tower book. Um, shoot, I don't remember the name of it. I wasn't aware that when I read that book. I cannot remember. If someone remembers the second Dark Tower book. Give me the name of it because I can't think of it right now.
But Eyes the Dragon's the one that I drew that picture from, right?
Right. My sister drew me. Hey Melissa, hope you're doing great. But okay, yeah, my sister drew me a great picture of the dragon on the front of the book. But you know, I say Wonder Boys. I'm a big fan of Christopher Rice too. I think his book, The Snow Garden, might be my favorite book. But love The Eyes of the Dragon. Did you ever read that?
I think I did. I think it was actually the first one of his I ever read, but I don't much.
God, The Drawing of the Three. That was the name of the book, and I wasn't aware that it was that I had to read the Gunslinger first. I like the Gunslinger a lot. I think I like the Wastelands a lot. See, the Wastelands is one of the reasons I. Now the whole thing with my name, as some people probably know, my birth name was John. Um, I became Jake in high school, and there's several reasons why I think it happened. Um, so some people were calling me by my initials for JK, and kind of went to Jake, but I think it also had to do with the Gunslinger series because there's a character, the boy, his real name is John, and everyone calls him Jake. And I was reading The Wastelands when I started going to school at Grays Lake High School, and that's where the name Jake
Mm-hmm.
first came about. And I think it was a combination of those two things. But I loved it. Who was Mom telling the story about it to? That was neat. Remember that when she was telling the whole JK
She
thing?
was
Was she talking to you?
no, she was talking to us about telling Kathy.
Oh, yeah, my Aunt Kathy hates that I changed my name. So I hate
Yeah,
that I hate that she's a fucking bitch. So
right, exactly.
she really I cut her out. I mean, she thinks she controls everybody.
She
Um,
needs to mind her own damn business.
it's like I told her off like no, everybody should have. Everybody puts up with her. And she's a controlling bitch. And she told me once that I was going to hell. You need to read the Bible. It's like, look, woman, I've read the Bible from page to page. I even have a Japanese Bible. No, I have not
Mm-hmm.
read the whole thing because even Japanese people with their original language seem to have problems with it, right?
Mm-mm.
But it's a beautiful book. Now I'm not getting into any religious stuff because this is not my religion. But even atheists, have read the Bible. Like I've read the Bible, Kathy. Have you? Oh, wait a minute. And I'm not gonna get into what she was like
No,
coming down on me
she's too
for.
busy screwing around on her husband
Yeah,
again.
I said you cheated on your husband. You've gotten divorced. You telling me to read the Bible when, if I'm not mistaken, Jesus said that divorce was the biggest sin there was. Well, no, actually, insulted the Holy Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the unforgivable one. But I'm not talking about religion like I'm religious. I have some beliefs. Um, I wear a cross necklace, mostly because it means a lot to me. But my religion is really really weird, and I if you follow me at all on I have like 90 followers on Quora, and I never even realized it. You would see about my religion and stuff. It's really hard to. I'm mistaken. If I'm mistaken, please tell me what. I always like to learn. Mama Bear, thanks for showing up. XXXOOO for you, and you have a great night. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, apologies to any Kathys. We don't dislike the name, we dislike that
We
aunt.
just we just like our aunt. But again, I want to say to you guys, I don't want to get into a whole religious thing, but I'm very tolerant of religions. I watch the atheist experience a lot. Um, I really like some atheists, but I'm not an atheist. But my religious beliefs are formed through a set of events that have happened to me, and I could, if I ended up talking about it, I might it might offend some people. I don't want to, it's just like politics, but it's personal to me. Um, but okay, Serpent in the Rainbow. That was the voodoo, or actually, couldn't really.
Yeah.
They called it voodoo, but you guys want to laugh here a little bit. I practiced voodoo for a while. In the year 2004, I think it was.
Something
I
like
really
that.
I got into voodoo, and I it is really neat. Now, you get some bad depictions of voodoo in movies and stuff, but voodoo is a beautiful religion. What you're seeing in movies is hoodoo. Um, where they do what spells and stuff. You can do spells in voodoo, but they really call it prayers. Um,
That's one Dean Koontz novel that I actually really enjoy. Uh, it is I think it's called Darkness Falls. He's got two of them that have a very similar name, so that might be a different one. But it actually he actually does explain in it the difference between voodoo and hoodoo, which is good because somebody casts a spell that brings like little clay golem thingies to life that are killing people. So it's good that he explains the difference in that. But I still don't think he does it all very accurately, most likely. But
I want to say
I
good. I want to say goodnight to Mook Arts real quick, but go
yeah.
ahead. Good night, Mook Arts. Thanks
But
for showing up.
that was pretty much all I was gonna say. Is that
Oh,
I enjoy that movie with the tiny little creatures that are going around trying to kill people. I don't know why, but I like that one. It
I
was kind of creepy.
I haven't read a Dean Koontz book in a long time.
I
Um,
always think that for the most part, he had great ideas that were poorly executed.
and his endings are sometimes very unsatisfying.
He is bad at endings.
I want to say something real quick. I can't pronounce your name, but you're talking. Are you talking that serpent in the rainbows had someone's testicles nailed to a board?
Ouch.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Huh. I know some people probably squeeze their legs when they watch that, but but that I don't remember that very well. Let me think. There are some really odd movies out there, but Claire's gone away. Claire, um, thank you for being here. You've always been very supportive, so I'm glad you showed up. Um, you have a great night. James Gonzalez, who else is going to stay until the live stream ends up? We were planning for going for about what 2 hours was our
I
plan.
figure.
So we got about another 29 minutes. So we'll talk until we get about 2 hours. Still trying to get into the movies again. I still wish my buddy Grievous was here. Uh,
Hmm.
you guys would love his voice. I mean, he has got. I thought,
Sleepaway Camp.
if I thought if Grievous was here, people would be like super donating to
Right.
the super chat just because that's how beautiful his voice is. And it's like, Grievous, I wanted you, but Grievous is great. He
Sleepaway Camp is another sleepover movie.
ooh, have
Because,
you seen Sleepaway
when
Camp?
girls pretty sure. When girls do sleepovers, that's what they like to watch. Is usually bad scary movies like Leprechaun and stuff like that.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry, Louie. I'm going to watch Videodrome, but it was good talking. You're going to watch it. Good. Come back. Hey, please come back, Louie, and let me know what you think about it. I'm really interested in your opinion. Your heart just jumped out of your chest. Why is that? Um, I'll talk a little bit about Sleepaway Camp. That's the one where the boy is a girl, and it's the boy's first. I'm sorry if I gave it away, but kind of it's an old movie. Um,
Hmm.
where the like one of the siblings die, and he has to he. Oh, there's a question there. I'm gonna love to answer in a second. But yeah, but I watched the entire Sleepaway Camp series. Got so disgusted when the second one where she kills somebody in an outhouse. That was too much. Dude, me and my sister like Futurama.
Oh, not at all.
Oh gosh. Robot House. I think Futurama is the greatest cartoon series ever made.
That is a very likely thing.
I don't think it it hasn't ever gotten bad. Even when they brought it back, there might have been an episode or two that I didn't like. I didn't like
Yeah, there were like an episode or two I didn't like,
there was a
but
couple gross out episodes.
I think the Bender one disturbed me. The one
Mm,
with his kid, that one bothered me.
yeah, but I personally think that it's the greatest cartoon series ever made, and I love it. I have the entire series on DVD. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me. It's in my storage area up in Illinois. But the entire series, absolutely love it. And I love
Wardrobe.
sometimes when I get aggravated or with the cats and stuff, and it does happen. I will sort of paraphrase a great quote, as I just said there from Futurama, and I go, "Feline house." But then when I do that, they all think they're going to feed them.
Yeah, they all think that that means feeding time. Mostly because you used to do it right before you fed them. I think your mic might have gone out.
Oh, sorry. Did you guys get the feline house?
We got half of it.
I hit down on the button. I hit down on the button.
Oh,
I muted myself. Sorry, guys. I'll do it again.
oop.
Feline house. I don't know how I did that. I'm just playing around with the button, I guess. But yeah. Um. I've noticed lately too that Rick and Morty seems to be very divisive. Have you
What do you
seen that?
mean?
Some people. I mean, I think the show is brilliant. It's written
They
very
might be getting
well.
upset at the lack of arc stuff in this current season, but I think that it's actually hidden in the episodes,
Right.
and they'll get more into it in the next half.
The Rick and Morty is very well written. It's consistent. It like you said, they put things in it that you have to find. And but yeah, I know some people just think what is that thing he says, rub a dub dub or something?
Wubba lubba dub dub.
And some people are like, well, this is catchphrase. The show is stupid. It's like no, you're not getting the irony. It's
Right.
that is when he says that because it's just ironic, and I think it's a great show. But yeah, the episode where he hires all those people, they're like, "You son of a bitch!" The dragon episode, yes, yes. Oh my god, that was great.
How
That
about we not tell your parents we did this?
yeah. Oh god, I forgot. I have to watch the new episodes over again. But that did you said that dragon episode though? There's sushi. That means you like it. Oh, Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. Yeah, yeah. King of the Hill. Um, I liked some of King of the Hill. Hank was a little bit too. I disagreed with him too much. I didn't. And well, when we watched it, my mom always would say, "Oh my God, he's the worst father in the world." He just does some stuff. I really hate. I really hated the episode where he went to the youth ministry and they were
Mm-hmm.
doing sort of the hardcore like Jesus and rock music and uh, and he's like, I'm not going to have you do that. Why? He enjoyed it. It got him further into his religion. He wasn't disrespectful to his parents or anything. Hank just didn't like it,
Mm-hmm.
and that was wrong. Um,
I like Courage the Cowardly Dog.
yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of cartoons. Christina's been watching Amazing World of Gumball lately. If
I just watched the entire
Yeah.
series.
If you haven't watched that and you like cartoons, it's a kids' cartoon, of course, but
But it's brilliant.
it's brilliant. It's really well written. The animation is just something else. And
Cartoons weren't brilliant like that when we were kids. They were just to sell toys.
right, and Gumball has a lot of jokes in it that kids aren't going to understand.
Right.
Which I
Oh
like to
my
do.
god. Did you see the one where Alan the balloon is talking to the little kids about getting their vegetables and he's eating an eggplant.
Yeah.
That was like, and then they offer him a pineapple, and I'm like, oh my god! Like, wait, if you're talking to us right now, then how did you eat the? And he like ends the conversation.
Christine, I liked Luann and Boomhauer. Me too. Me too. Um, Mostly Boomhauer. He was great. Oh. There's the one where Boomhauer takes uh what's the kid's name again? Hank's kid?
Which is Bobby.
Bobby. Where he takes Bobby out to like show him how he gets girls, and all he
Mhm.
does is he hits on them, and they keep turning him down and turning him down and turning him down to eventually someone accepts him. And he's like, and Bobby's like, well, this isn't very impressive. But I think this is my favorite scene ever in King of the Hill. I'll say it. It involves Boomhauer. He's in his car, and there's a car beside him that's wants to race. I don't know if you remember this, Christina. Where okay, he wants
Not
to
yet.
race, so the cars start racing, and Boomhauer beats him. He gets faster than the other car, and the other car turns on his siren because it's a police car,
Oh my god!
and he pulls Boomhauer over. But when he does, the police officer gets out of the car and goes over to says, "Do you know why I pulled you over? Because you beat me. I want a rematch." But that scene, I just love that scene. It was just so wonderful. Oh, Christina, remember the episode where Alan asked Gumball to reinflate him?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. There was some stuff going on. You know, Ninja Sushi, I'm just like really, really like liking you a lot. I like your name. I like where we're going. Hey, liquor store girls. Hey, back. Always love to see you. I'm happy that uh other than my sister and my mom, to have one friend around here. It's too bad. It's too bad for her. I mean, it's like it's me, my sister, occasionally my mom. So I have to go to the liquor store and talk to her, and I feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for her. Oh, remember the
I was
episode where Dale
thinking
had?
about
Go
I was
ahead.
thinking about getting into a regular show. I haven't yet, but I've seen a couple episodes. But I was thinking about making that my next cartoon to binge.
Oh, good Christopher Tucson got the boom hour quote. Oh, you dang old Seinfeld, left right man. Dang old Kramer comes in, yada yada yada. The New York boys man, just show about nothing. So yeah, Boomhauer was great. He was a. I don't think they tipped him as a breakout character like Bender or something. Um, uh, but yeah, I liked him. Did you like the episode of The Simpsons where they were in the future and Bender was in their car? He's like, "You guys are gonna be my new best friends," and Homer's like, "Sorry, loser," and gets him and throws him out.
I kind of remember that.
Oh, look at that. Emo for life. I like emo. I'm sorry, but I do. My favorite wrestling tag team of all time is the Motor City Machine Guns, or the Murder City Machine Guns as they're really known. And they have um Alex Shelley. Oh, wait a minute. Alex Shelley. He's in
What?
NXT now.
Hmm.
Maybe I can put him on my. We're playing a game on our wrestling forum. I gotta see if he's available. Alex Shelley, love it. But Alex Shelley, not so much anymore. But he was emo for a long time. What happened was uh, my friend was a really good fan of Alex Shelley, so he went on YouTube and he was selling his wrestling gear. So I bought my friend. It cost $200, but I bought him actual ring worn gear from Alex Shelley. I also bought something from Chris Sabin. That cost more. That was $500. But that was great. I had to end up selling them though because I owed mom money. Oh God, I regret that though. Uh, the Kermit watch. She should have got more for that. I got like $250 offer for that.
Yeah, I remember that.
But emo for life. KOC. Years ago, my uncle made an authentic Freddy glove with real knives. Yee. Did you get to wear it? They tell me if you got to wear it because that was great. That'd be great.
He used to scare me with Freddy gloves all the time.
Yeah, God, I loved it.
I came downstairs, opened my bedroom door, and he jumped out at me. I was like, ah.
Yeah, I'm sort of an ass. I
Well, this
just
is a funny thing. I see things where people talk about their older siblings picking on them and stuff, and how horrible they felt, and I'm like, that's just what they do.
yeah.
I mean, seriously, as long as they're not seriously being mean to you, picking on you is what older siblings do. It's life. You're supposed
There's
to get them back.
something you have to talk about, Christina. I think
But
Christopher in Tucson just mentioned evil black cat liking thing. You see that?
oh my god. Well, I've seen a lot of the Nickelodeon stuff, which I definitely like. Are You Afraid of the Dark? I totally loved watching that. The funny thing is, I watched like Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps and stuff when I was like, I felt like I was too old for it, but I liked it anyway. So I watched it kind of as a guilty pleasure kind of thing. And Salute Your Shorts, I fucking love Salute Your Shorts.
I just got to interject because Racer X is leaving. Good night, all dealing with kidney stones for years. Oh my god, I get them too, man.
Ow.
Uh, feels like a ninja throwing star is going through your body. I hope you got something for the pain. When I did mine, they gave me freaking ibuprofen. It's like
Yeah, I think that's ridiculous.
my mom gave me a Vicodin, and it was like
Yeah, I got my tooth pulled. They what, gave me Vicodin or something?
no, they gave you oxycodone.
Oh, that's what they gave me. Yeah,
Yeah,
and you have a kidney stone, and they give you ibuprofen.
ibuprofen. It's like ugh, it was like the worst pain. But I hope you feel better, Racer. Thanks for showing up. Always love it
But
when you're here. You
I
feel
did have
better.
to get the tooth pulled without getting any gas or anything because I'm afraid of them doing that since since I stopped breathing when they did the surgery. I think I got my tooth pulled before that surgery though.
Oh, look at Racer. Advil. Yeah, it's ibuprofen. Ah, God.
Advil.
They got. They should give you. They really. That doesn't make sense to me because if anybody's had a kidney stone, that's one of the worst pains. I don't know if you've ever had one. Have you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
No. Yeah, but it is hell. The worst thing is when
Hell of a
they.
kidney infection once.
The worst thing is when they pass, because when they pass, like, you had to pee in like a net so they would catch the stone.
I wonder if
They're so
it
freaking
was
tiny.
wonder if it was Chris's fault that I had that bad kidney infection that time because we were driving home from some race or another, and he would not stop to let me go to the bathroom.
Mm,
I was in agony that entire time, and sometime within the next week, I ended up with a bad kidney infection.
yeah,
God, he was an asshole.
I agree.
I may need to have you look at my Kindle later and make sure there's a message to Tim on there. Maybe you can erase them if there are.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll talk about that later.
Oh, and Racer, we will keep the videos coming.
Oh, I
Absolutely.
love Hey Arnold. I always love Hey Arnold. I was gonna binge that too, but I keep watching like the first two episodes and not getting further than that. And it's like I don't want to keep watching the same two episodes over again. So if I watch it, I
Uh,
have to start at like the third episode.
no, what I'm going to have to do, and it's going to be hard to do, but what I'm going to have to do is come out there and make you watch Fargo with me. I'll watch it. I'll
Okay.
watch it with you.
We
That'll get
got.
you to do it. That'll get you to do it because I spend so much freaking time in my room. I come out there and socialize.
I'm gonna try to set up that monitor so we have a second monitor on the
Right.
computer.
Good idea.
That monitor Mom gave us.
Mm-hmm.
And also I need to get caught up on My Little Pony.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty far behind.
But I'm dying to have you watch Fargo.
No, I'll definitely watch it.
Maybe I can make you watch the first episode tonight.
I mean, I got you to watch uh Castle Rock, so
Right.
I guess I
Oh
owed you one.
God. That the misery thing was great. That so yeah.
That
You,
was the
but
first season, like you said, was kind of weird and slow,
yeah.
but that second season was brilliant.
Hmm. But yeah, I'm gonna make you watch it because. But My Little Pony, I gotta cut up on there. We're getting behind here and stuff. Christine was talking about us having a great relationship. Yeah, I mean we haven't always. Um, there was a period of time where we didn't talk for a long time, and I remember there was also a period of time when you lived with mom, and I came over every Sunday, and she told me that you were getting kind of, oh, he's coming over today. Yeah, you
Yeah.
wanted to do your own thing, and I mean, it's okay, but all
I
people,
don't really remember.
yeah, but it's all right. It's nothing. It's nothing bad. So
Well, God,
go ahead.
when I lived with Tim and we had to go to his dad's every Sunday, after a while that got to me. I don't know why. It was just um the expectation of it just kind of got to me after a while. I don't know. I'm weird.
My college roommate was playing a student in Carrie 2, The Rage. That's awesome. There are three things on TV that if you found them, you would be able to see me.
There were.
Um, uh, okay. I was I was in the audience twice in a Jerry Springer show
Oh yeah.
before it got really bad. You could see me. One of my things that I don't have it tears me up because it's in stores is a blue and white checkered flannel shirt. Like Mick Foley was talking about his first flannel. It's my first flannel, and I would wear it. And so I wore it to both Jerry Springers, and you can see me there. But my claim to fame in appearing on TV happens um, at a wrestling event, 1996, The King of the Ring, where you can see me again in the blue. I'm not gonna tell you where. If you ever want to look, you can. You can see me in my blue and white checkered flannel shirt when Stone Cold Steve Austin, for the very first time, says, "Austin 316 said I just whooped your ass."
Mhm.
Um, if you look, you gotta look around the area, and you could see me in the audience. I was like 10 feet away from him when he said that. And it was just, God, it was great. Kind of great. But yeah, it's kind of neat to see stuff like that. Do I like Scooby Doo? I love Scooby Doo. Scooby Doo is the Skeptics cartoon. Scooby Doo makes you think. Yep, yep,
But
yep,
just for
yep.
the record, when we were kids, there was a time frame when you and David did not like it, and you made fun of me for watching it, so I watched it in secret.
Really?
Mhm.
Well, maybe I just didn't. Yeah, Chip, you were right. It was a wrestling event, but you they love my wrestling. But uh, yeah, Scooby Doo it's great. 'Cause it makes you think,
Mhm.
and maybe I didn't like Fry. I agree, but we used to watch it and say they were like, I want to be Scooby Doo. Big Kev, Jake, and Christina, I want to invite you guys to North Carolina this summer for a few days. I'll pay the airfare and you can stay at my place. Message me later if you're interested.
Mm.
Wow. Well, we'll see about that. I mean, the one thing that might be difficult about it is
Pets.
is Buffy. Well, not the cats as much because
Yeah.
cats can
Nope.
take care of themselves, but Buff and Althea. But we'll see. We'll work something out. But yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Do you know Jerry Springer has a judge show now? I didn't. I don't dislike Jerry Springer. I mean, uh, his show got kind of popular for fights, and he's got like a bad reputation. But he's a smart. Okay. He paid a prostitute with a check. That wasn't very smart. But he is. But he is a smart guy. And I don't think he ever liked what the show became because
I mean, who does that?
if you watch early Jerry Springer, it was political, like Phil Donahue.
Right.
He did this great episode where he hit on the KKK, and at the end he's like, "Yep, now you've had your say. Get the hell out of my studio." And it's like, "Yeah." I've been on one of the Monday Nitro tapings in Minneapolis, but I have no idea though. Oh, a lot of the Nitros are on the WWE network, which I've had. I like Judge Joe Brown. The one thing is, I thought it was funny that he got put in jail. It was weird. He kind of overstepped his boundary and got contempt of court. But yeah, he was good. I don't remember why his show got canceled. I'm Judge Judy, and Judge Million. Lately, I've been just obsessed with Judge Judy. It goes back and forth. Sometimes she pisses me off. Oh, there's a question for you, Christina.
Which one, Married with Children?
Uh huh.
Yep, absolutely love Married with Children. I just binged the entire series.
I love the Jerry Springer that had Guar. Oh my God, Guar was on it. Oh, I love Guar.
I'm gonna feed you to War.
Happy you to Guar.
I
No,
used to say that all the
okay.
time.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to say something really. I'm going to have to use a little bad language, but me and my friend Stephanie, um, one of the Guar movies, Phallus in Wonderland. I don't know if Christina's seen that or not, but
No.
it's fun. It's fun. It's weird. It's fun, but um, Sleazy. The manager is called Sleazy, and this guy's talking to him. He's like, "Hey, Sleazy, do you know Guar?" "Yeah, I know Guar. I'm the fucking manager." And me and my friend Stephanie, that was one thing that we always did. Maybe I should like send her a message on Facebook and say, "Hey Stephanie, do you know Guar?" "Yeah, I know
That would
Guar.
be great.
I'm the fucking manager." And again, sorry for the language. You guys don't like it, but yeah. Um, let's see what we're doing. I'm missing some stuff. Christopher was. I went to Raw. I'm saying War now. Raw's War in Atlanta. We're in a Degenerate shirt and touch. Oh my god. Oh, let me tell you something. Somebody who used to be a really close friend of mine. Um, turned into a dick though. Uh, do you remember Brent?
Vaguely.
Yeah. He won a competition. He won the sweepstakes, and I don't remember which one it was, but he got front row seats to a WWE pay per view,
Hmm.
and Chris Jericho was in a match,
Hmm.
and they were outside the ring, and Chris Jericho accidentally hits Brent. I'll find the video, but it's there. I mean, you see him. And this is before
Mhm.
I met him, but yeah, Chris Jericho's out there, and he accidentally punches him. Um, the
Wow.
funny thing is, Brent just um he could have sued their asses off,
Right.
but he considers that the most proud, great moment of his life. So
Right.
he just let it go.
Well, Mom got licked by one of the bushwhackers.
Yep, yep. Mom got licked by a bushwhacker. Christine Hildenbrand, Jake the Snake Roberts. What a
I
legend.
love Jake the Snake.
It's so bad. It's really so bad how his life went, though.
But it's great when I mean they were talking. I think they did it on last week tonight. They were talking about how the wrestlers don't have any kind of health care or anything,
Right.
and for whatever arm issue or something that he was having, they did a GoFundMe, and he made so much money on it so fast. He was crying. It was just absolutely beautiful. Because the fans love him so much. It's like we're not going to let you
Kill
go
yourself.
through hard times because of the fact that you don't have that money. We're going to help you, and I just thought that was great.
Yeah. I gotta give a shout out to Diamond Dallas Page, um, with the DDP yoga. Because I would have to say he absolutely saved Jake the Snake's life.
Mhm.
Jake was on. I mean, I remember watching a video where Jake was. We're talking about wrestling, not horror, but I guess okay. Jake is a great guy, but he it was a wrestling match and he fell down in the ring, and they found that he drank 2 full bottles of vodka before the match. He was killing himself,
Ugh.
and
Yeah.
DDP the yoga. I don't know how how yoga saves people like that, but I guess I
It
guess he's
is
not.
really great.
Yeah, I guess he's not on anything anymore, and so DDP saved his life, and he got to go in the WWE Hall of Fame for it.
It'd be
Um,
nice if I had a place around here where I could do yoga, but
well, find a way, uh, but anyhow, Bonnie says 80's and early 90's WWE was best. I'm a Ric Flair guy, so I really like NWA. I think the Four Horsemen time uh, that was all great. He's my man. He's my idol. Anybody talks. It's really funny. Remember when Tim said something bad about Ric Flair, and I was like, hey, hey,
Mhm.
hey, hey, hey. You can say something bad about anybody in the world. You talk bad about Rick, I'll put up with that. Um,
Return to Oz. Now that's a scary movie.
Return to Oz scared the
Oh
out of
yeah,
me. Yeah,
me too.
with those guys with the wheels and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
I just
the woman who removed her head had all those heads.
yep. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
and even
I
the
just
clockwork
shuddered.
stuff kind of creeped me out.
I just shuddered. Scott Hall too. Yes, he said DDP saved Scott Hall's life too. He was messed up almost as bad as Jake was. Yeah. Let's see. Do you like the Friday the 13th movies? I do. I mean, I watch the Friday the 13th movies. I know that they're bad, but I don't care. You know, when I go into it, you know, you're gonna watch some movies that really aren't great, but um, yeah, absolutely.
I remember Junkyard Dog. Every time I think of him, though, it reminds me of the cartoon.
Again, rest in peace. Yeah, love the junk. I love the dog. JYD. He was fun to watch. He did get. I mean, he got a match with Ric Flair because see, that's one of the reasons I respect Ric Flair is that they didn't want to give him a title match, and Flair's like, no, you know, this guy deserves a title match. Everything that he's done in wrestling, he didn't win, of course, but so they gave him a title match, and JYD.
Personally, I don't want to watch real fighting because I like my muscle guy soap operas,
All right.
but I don't speak for him.
um. Okay, to say a couple things. Girl with Edge and Christian as a Brood. That was great. I liked Andre the Giant. Um, I think Andre the Giant was one of the few celebrities that died that made me cry. Oh, the Cube. Have you seen the Cube?
No, I put it on the shelf at Blockbuster a lot though.
Uh, it's good. It's good. You
That's
know
just a
these.
weird memory to have.
Yeah, these people are in this giant puzzle where they're in these interconnected cubes. Some have booby traps in them. They don't know why they're there, but yeah, they're trying to get out of it. It's if you haven't seen Cube, it was really interesting. Really interesting. But yeah, it's if you haven't seen it, watch it. I mean, those are things I recommend. The Cube was great. I think it was a '90s movie, though. But I guess we haven't really stuck on the 1980s thing here. So,
Nah, we kind of been all over the place, but
if you want to,
that's normal.
if Dead Time Stories,
Yes.
um, wait, it's no wonder why I grew up like I did, reading my bedtime tales as a kid. But the witch story. I always like the vampire story, but the last story with the comedy one with the Carrie like girl and the
Mhm.
if you want to watch a bad anthology, find Dead Time Stories. Go into it knowing it's bad, you'll like it. The Lighthouse, The Witch, and Hereditary. I think I saw Hereditary. I don't think I've seen the Witch or the Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse is the one that just came out recently, isn't it?
It might be. It might be. And of course,
Because
yeah, we talked. Oh, go ahead.
I think I saw somebody talking about it on a talk show, and it actually looked really cool.
Hmm. We talked about Creepshow earlier. It's a classic. It's a classic. Christine really seems to hate Sorority Row. She's mentioned that a few times.
Yeah, that
Um,
that's another one I don't think I've ever seen, but I remember putting away at Blockbuster a lot.
you know, I think I saw. Didn't they do a remake with Carrie Fisher? I think I watched
No,
I think I watched the one with Carrie Fisher. I love Carrie Fisher.
oh.
She's just fun to watch and everything.
Mhm.
But again, rest in peace. I mean, all these great people we're
Mhm.
talking about that aren't with us anymore. Carrie Fisher, Andre the Giant, the Junkyard Dog. Uh, so many people, and got so many people in wrestling that sometimes I'll be watching an old wrestling match and I'll be like, oh my god, every single person in the
Right.
ring, including the referee, every single person in the ring, everyone announcing, everybody involved is dead. It's like it really gets me. Tales from the Crypt. Um, Gotta say sorry that I know you mentioned that a few times, Ninja. Um, I love it. I love Tales from the Crypt.
Do you know what the last episode of it is that I ever watched?
No, which one?
The lumberjack one
I don't think I remember that.
with the
Oh,
guy who was blind.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember if I don't think he's blind at first, but the people are really mean to him, and by the end of it, he's blind. And in order to get back at the people who were mean to him, the other lumberjacks put the bad guy inside some wood and make the other guy, the blind guy, cut him up without
Oh
knowing.
yeah,
That's the last one that I ever watched.
yeah.
That was a bit much for me,
You know
but I'll
the
never forget it.
the only one that disturbed me that I will never watch again is
Hush, move.
the one where the woman kills her husband and turns his body into soap.
Oh,
That was
weird.
that. Yeah, I couldn't do that. So yeah, but I like Creepshow. Someone else mentioned there was a couple of mentions of Tales from the Dark Side. That's my show. In fact, I founded something that I'm very very proud of. Unfortunately, um, it doesn't get as much attention as I should be giving it. But I realized a long time ago that there is no real. What am I trying to say? There's no real like encyclopedia or fact thing if you like Tales to the Dark Side. So I started one. It's not finished.
Oh, wiki.
Yeah, the wiki is still in the process. I really need to
Stop
get
doing
more
that.
information. I only really got about a third of the episodes plots down and everything, but I'm really proud of it. So if you want to see it, hope it Tales from the Dark Side. Every Christmas we watch Seasons of Disbelief. Is that what it's called with the Grither?
I think so.
I am the Grither. You cannot escape me.
Yeah,
You're.
the Princess Bride is great, and
She tried to get
somebody
me to stop
mentioned something
singing.
else.
Ha!
No, I was just
I'm
mentioning
just
that
kidding.
because it's been sitting there for a little while.
Your
What was
ple-
the other thing?
your pleading is useless, and so are your prayers. Oh, Christine's got the flu. Oh, Dr. Pepper and Rick's. Oh, yes. I love
Ritz
Dr.
crackers.
Pepper. Huh?
I just
In
said
fact,
Ritz crackers.
for remember for a long time, the only thing I was drinking was Diet Dr. Pepper and Diet Vanilla Coke when we were at Hewitt.
Right? Oh, Caddyshack. Of course, Caddyshack is fucking brilliant.
Oh, Caddyshack is great. Well, we're waiting. Witchboard. I haven't seen Witchboard. A dark song Irish movie, very good, well not known about magic and spells. I'll check it out. That's one of the good things about the chat is we have all these suggestions up here, and we can go back and look at them and find movies like that. But yeah, I love Dr. Pepper. I'm trying to think of a couple other 80s ones that were great. As you know, huge fan of the Freddy Krueger movies. I always like Halloween, but I like the way it branches in different directions. You can watch the
Mm-hmm.
first and second movie and consider them the story. And then you can
8
watch the
more
ones.
days till Halloween.
Yeah, there you
Halloween.
go.
Oh my god, I had no idea what that was from. I just knew that we sang it all the time. It was so weird to find that out.
Yep. 12 more days to Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Jay Christopher, my cat's name is really Orange Cat. That's awesome. I named the dog Banana Dog once.
I like Banana Dog. I think that's great.
um.
I named the dog Burrito. I
Oh.
ended up giving him to a guy that had one named Taco. because Chihuahuas are just not my thing.
Look at Dan Rouser. Dan Rouser asked the question.
Oh, sorry, the cats
Jeep,
are driving me crazy.
no,
Oh,
no, it's
hey.
got Jeepers Creepers. I loved Jeepers Creepers. Now I'll tell you, when I first saw it, I didn't like it. I came in, I left the theater, I was upset. I didn't like it. Um, when it came in on video, I was working at Borders at the time, and I don't know why, but I had I saw it and I wanted to watch it with somebody, so I bought it and went home, and I just became a total fan. And here's another fun thing: I also am the owner of the Jeepers Creepers wiki on fandom. I have three wikis that I'm in charge of: Tales from the Dark Side, a Nightmare on Elm Street one, and Jeepers Creepers. And I've seen all three Jeepers Creepers. The third one, I wasn't too big on, but I do hope to make the fourth one, where where the
Are
girl
you
gets
heading out, Christine?
uh Gene Sweet, Conor Cat, I appreciate you both. The respect and admire you. Well, thank you, Christine. Thank you for being here, and I'm really happy to see you.
Yeah, you're great.
You're a great addition to the thing, and try to feel better. Have you seen Toxic Friends? No. No. Oh, we got a little bit past the time that we were going to stop, didn't we?
Probably.
But it's been fun. Um,
I have multiple cats on me at the moment.
yeah, we'll probably sign off here in a minute. But yeah, the see, Christopher liked it too. I love Jeepers Creepers, but the first time I saw it, I didn't like it either. I think a lot of people, it's a device. It's a polarizing movie, and well, lots of hugs for you too, Christine. Feel better, please. But yeah, it when it seemed just like a crazy psychopath at first, and then you find out it's some monster and everything. And I think a lot of people didn't like that twist. I don't think I liked it either. I thought this was. I didn't think it was going to be a supernatural movie when I first saw it. I thought it was just a crazy, real smart, crazy, insane person doing that. And okay, Vina, have a great night. We're going to sign off here in a minute, anyways. But I want to finish talking about the Jeepers Creepers thing. And if Black Cat has anything she wants to say, she can feel free to do that too.
Hmm.
But it's I think a lot of people hated the twist. I think a lot of people couldn't take the ending. Um, the ending with well, I'm pretty much sure Christina's never going to watch it. But
No.
but the ending where you see Justin Long with his head carved out and his eyes gone, and he's all like molded, or not molded. He's like plasticized or something, and the creeper gets up and his eyes are cut out, and the creeper gets behind him and looks at him because he took his eyes. Now the interesting thing about that scene is the creeper is actually being played by Justin Long, because they had to get, since the creeper was after his eyes, they had to have, when he put his eyes and looked through the other version of him, they had to have Justin Long doing it.
Uh-uh.
And oh god, I love Justin Long. I love everything he does, even the bad stuff. Um, if his career would have went better, he could have been like the next Tom Hanks. He's got that
Mhm.
congenial thing about it. But there's worse stuff than Nyquil. LOL. Okay. Anyhow, you got anything left, or should we call it
Not
a night?
really.
Okay.
I'm being squished by cats.
Um, so we're gonna go ahead and go, guys. Thank everybody for showing up. I appreciate it so much. Thank you
Yes, it
all
was
for.
fun.
Yeah, we're fun. This is gonna be a regular thing. I hope I can get Grievous to come back and do something for us next Saturday. To see where he went. I kind of missed
And
that he
we'll
was
get
here.
better at it as we go.
Right, but just thank you everybody. Thank every single one. And for some reason, Allah came up on my captions. Um,
Mm, mm,
KFC, you remind me of me. LOL, that's cool as hell. You like wrestling too. You rock, brother. Thank you. You too. I've been a wrestling fan for longer than I want to tell you guys. But yeah, it's something that some people go through phases where they like it for a while and they stop liking it. Not me. Not me. I love it.
I tend to show up at the end of streams all the time, so I know how you feel.
Sorry about that, but you can go to back and watch it. But thank you for being here, guys. Everyone's saying bye. Night Rosie, night Bonnie, night PPLJ, Ninja Sushi. I love you. You made a lot of fun there. Lil C, good night. Jimmy Gonzalez, good night. Emo for life. Keep being emo. I love emo. Emo house. But
Good night, everybody.
good night Babylon. Good night Bonnie.
Love you too,
Good night
Kev.
Christine. Good night Rosie. Good night Big Kev. You love you. You know you're one of the greatest people we've ever known. Love you, man. I hope
Meow.
wrestling. Yeah, and I'm sorry, people that came in the end. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to schedule the one for next week, and put it up so we'll know exact. It'll be up for a week, so you'll be able to see it all. So, again, love you guys, and thank you for being here. It's been a great night. Good night, everybody.
Night.